Today we're breaking down Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Olivera. And in this match he displayed a lot of wrestling, a lot of jiu-jitsu, really high level stuff. Now let's break down this first takedown by Bautista. So watch how he waits for the knee and times it to start to enter his takedown. Now Olivera starts to cut an angle, so watch how Bautista cuts the angle back again and drives with his head as he pulls up on that leg and he secures that takedown. Let's take a look at that one more time. So there's the timing on the knee. He enters his takedown. There's the angle changing. And there's him pulling up on that leg and driving with his head to secure it. Now we pick back up in round 2. Watch how Bautista is going to do a good job of backing up, ducking under that hook, and getting right to the hips. Now he's going to lift the legs so that when he lands, he's not dealing with any guard. The best way to double leg is to try to hoist their legs out to the side so that by the time you guys land, you're already inside control past the guard. But this sequence is far from over. So watch how Olivera starts to get on his side, shrimp, and get his guard back into play. He's going to bring both his knees into play, and there we go, his guard's back. Now from here he's going to go 2 feet on the hips, control both of the wrists, and just kick Bautista off as he looks to come up to his feet. But in doing that, he gives his back. So look at how Bautista just jumps on him. He gives him no room. He immediately throws that first hook in, and he hooks the far leg. A great mode of control. Now this takedown Mario Bautista is about to hit is nasty. So watch as the camera changes. Look at his right leg hooking. Watch how he's going to change it. So right now he's hooking that leg. Look at how he changes it into the inside trip. And he secures that takedown momentarily. That was beautiful work. It's great recognition from Bautista to see, okay, my leg's kind of in position for an inside trip. If I just turn it and pull it back, he gets that. It's just amazing to see something like that. That was a beautiful recognition of an opportunity for an inside trip that came from like that leg lace from the back. That was just really cool to see. Now Vinicius is going to do a good job of building back to his feet, and now seconds later they end up here on the cage where Bautista again hits him with that kind of outside trip, and he returns him to the mat in beautiful fashion. But now Olivera is going to do a good job again of building back up, but in doing so he gives up his back. So again there's Bautista shooting in that first hook, going for the leg lace, but he ends up letting go of it, which is fine because he still has the body lock on the. Now Olivera is going to swim his arm back and look to collect a wizard. But as he does that, Bautista crowds the hips and gets a big lift in with this body lock and dumps Olivera back to the mat. Now Bautista's right arm is going to switch to a claw grip. He's going to keep that hip control with his left arm, and he's going to look to upgrade his grips as Vinicius turns to the turtle. He wants to throw his hooks in. He's unable to get his hooks though, but he's still in a great position. Now here goes the same cycle. Vinicius looks to stand up, gives up his back, gives up the hook. There's Bautista throwing in that far side leg lace. But you can see that Olivera has his right elbow in tight defending that hook, and he's defending the choke by going 2-on-1 on Bautista's choking hand. Now Bautista's going to go right back in on the double. Relentless work. So he shoots in, head on the left side. Watch how Olivera brings his hand, wipes Mario Bautista's head to the other side, and he throws in that wizard. At the same time, he's sprawling his hips back, keeping them far away. And that overhook is also going to keep Mario's hands above his hips. And he also swims in an underhook with his left hand, and they end up in a 50-50 over-under position. Now, later in the same round, second round, beautiful takedown from Olivera. So he's going to catch this kick from Bautista, get a tight waist. Now he's going to step far to block that heel and cut back to get the takedown. But watch how Bautista beautifully works that butterfly hook. He doesn't accept that bottom position, and he has a deep underhook when he comes up on top, so there's no way for Olivera to kind of scramble that position. Let's look at it one more time. So here we go, tight waist, control of the near leg, blocks the far leg with his foot, and with the tight waist he pulls it back and he cuts back on that angle, basically blocking both of Mario Bautista's feet and pulling with the hip, dropping him back over where he has no post. But look at how Bautista immediately elevates that butterfly hook. Now another thing Mario does that's amazing and shows his level is look at his underhook and look at his head position. That underhook and the head block on the other side is a strong position. Let's look at this one more time from Mario's perspective. So we know this takedown is about to happen. Olivera cuts back on the hip. Now watch Mario's right leg here. That's where it starts. He already has that butterfly hook in, and he uses that momentum and swings it all the way up. He elevates it, and now look at his underhook and look at his head position. So as he lands on top, that underhook is tight, and look at his head position, head block on the other side, and he secures that top position. I mean, that is just peak jiu-jitsu and MMA right there. And if you're wondering, no, he does not get triangled here. He uses it, passes Olivera's guard. Olivera is able to recover his guard to an extent, but he's getting punched in the face here. And Bautista is just kind of dominating him from here. Let's continue the clip here. So Bautista is going to look to pass the guard at some point. Little nut touch there. Drags the legs. Look at what he does there. Now this is a good concept in guard passing. So watch how he puts pressure on the legs and then takes the pressure off and wipes them to the side. You can see that he puts pressure on the legs. He pushes Olivera's knees to his chest. And that creates kind of like a springboard action when he goes to throw them to the side. Now Bautista wants to stabilize position in top half guard. But to do that, he's going to have to beat that bottom knee line or the right leg knee line of Olivera. You can see Olivera continues to pop his knee out and Bautista continues to push it back in. Now there's a battle at the wrist control. So look at how Bautista brings that wrist to his knee so he can staple it and break that grip. But as Bautista's focused on breaking that grip, watch how Olivera's top leg, so look at how his knee shield kind of sneaks in. So there's like the give and take of jiu-jitsu. I don't know, I can't explain this quick without making a 5-minute segment on it, but it's a very give and take kind of game. And if both of you guys know jiu-jitsu, it's very give and take. I don't know how else to just say it's give and take. Now, you're going to see in a second that battle of the knee line again from half guard. So watch as Olivera relinquishes his knee shield or his left leg. He's going to kick through with that left leg, take out the knee shield as he tries to pop his knee line back out and create a butterfly or maybe go to full guard. The problem is Bautista's hip to it. So look at his left hand. He just pops that knee line back in and owns the space once again. So that's like a typical battle in half guard, is the battle for that knee line. Is in Vinicius Olivera's position, he'd want to pop that knee out to like a butterfly hook. And for Bautista, if he wants to just hold the half guard, he would want to keep that knee line inside. So there it is. Look at it. Knee line pops out again. Watch how Bautista steps up, lifts his hips, and tries to step over. But this is where Olivera kind of regains his guard here for a second. And he actually ends up in a closed guard. Now, once again, it's going to start to get very interesting here. So Bautista starts landing heavy elbows from the top. Again, he looks to start passing that guard from there. Again, you can see right here, he ends up in a half guard. Knee shield's there. Watch how as soon as that knee shield disappears, he has to beat that knee line. He wins the knee line battle, but this time he's not hanging out in half guard. He windshield wipes his shoelace to the thigh, uses that to push Olivera's legs down as he secures that knee cut position. Now before even clearing his leg, he traps that arm of Olivera, and Olivera clears that leg for him because he has more pressing things at hand. His arm's trapped, he's in that crucifix. So look at this, he's in this like quarter guard position. He has a deep underhook, so he's good. But instead of trying to clear his leg, he just focuses on trapping the arm, and Olivera just lets go of that leg by himself. That's really cool. I love how he did that. Now he's in the crucifix, and he's just in a perfect position to start hammering away with punches, with elbows, just punishing Olivera from this position. Now Olivera is just bucking like crazy, doing anything to get out, and he ends up giving up a Kimura. Now as Mario rips on that Kimura, Olivera uses that and comes up. but you do not want to come up on somebody that has a Kimura. That's Kimura Trap 101. They're going to take your back, and that's what Mario Bautista does. And as soon as he takes the back, he locks that choke up and ends the fight. Wow. That sequence from Mario Bautista just shows you the level of jiu-jitsu that he's at. And to do that deep in the second round in a grueling fight against a guy that knows how to grapple, knows jiu-jitsu, that's really impressive from Mario Bautista. And you know we got to look at that one more time. So let's take a look at that sequence. That's the replay sound. There we go. Here, so Kimura, he starts to rip on it. Olivera's gonna go that same direction and look to come up, but in doing that, he gives up the back. That's again Kimura Trap 101. Bautista throws one hook in. Second hook comes in, immediately the choke is on, and there's no chance. That is beautiful jiu-jitsu, guys. Love to see that in the UFC. What a great win by Mario Bautista, and what a statement he made, showing everyone, hey, I'm not just a striker. And he has beautiful striking, but he showed everyone tonight that his grappling is on par. Leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.